What is good, my people? I'm back for another one of these FAQs. Wait, are we doing an FAQ? What's going on? We are back with another FAQ. Yay! We know you get super excited about them. We're going to talk about all the questions that you've been answering all over the internet and how they find us in the email box, DMs, messages. We're going to answer them, and today we're going to be talking about wheel installation. I don't know why this is such a thing. You have installers, and we made a video that talks about how to properly install your wheels. We even made another video that talks about the mistakes you usually make when you install your wheels. But we're gonna answer your questions. Let's get into it. What is good? We are back answering more frequently asked questions. You ask them all over the internet. You put them in messages and DMs, and you put them in emails, and you send them to us, and we are committed to answering them. So the question is Lugcentric versus Hubcentric.
What? Fight!
How do they play together? Are they equal partners? No.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't care how many times people are going to argue with me in the comments. I mean, listen, I'm telling you, we've done videos on this before. People love to argue this point.
Lord, you guys!
Lugcentric is not Hubcentric. They are not the same. Now, does that mean that you can't get away with Lugcentricity? No, it doesn't mean that at all. Some people get away with it just fine, because remember, when we talk about Hubcentric, one of the most important factors is the fact that you're going to feel the vibration. So I guess if you are able to use the Lugcentric method, which is essentially just using the lug nut tapered seat to be able to kind of get the wheel centered on the car, if you can do that successfully and not feel any vibration and it's not bothering you, yeah, I guess I guess you won.
Wow. You win.
But at the end of the day, the only true way to make something hub-centric is to put a hub-centric ring in or to have a wheel that is hub-centric to start with. When you're installing your wheels, we always recommend that if your wheel's not hub-centric, just use a hub-centric ring. And all that will do is take up the gap perfectly, act as a dowel pin, and allow you to put the wheel in the car so it's perfectly centric to the hub. They're super cheap, and luckily for you, we have them available right here. Yeah, so for our wheels and most aftermarket wheels, you're going to use a conical seat, 60-degree taper lug nut. Now, I will say that there are some pros and cons with different types of lug nuts beyond that. And what I mean by that is we typically recommend spline drive hardware. And the reason we do that is because usually it's a tuner diameter. It's narrow. It comes with a key, a nice long key.
Pause.
What it allows you to do is put those lug nuts onto the car, or lug bolts, without having to worry about scraping the inside of the lug holes. Now, do you have to use them? No. Many of our wheels are able to take a regular acorn lug nut that is, again, still conical seat, and in which case, using a thin wall socket and just being careful will work just as well. Yeah, I don't know if there's special tools for installing wheels. I will tell you that you should never use the Ugga-Dugga gun. You know what I'm talking about? When you're fastening wheels onto the car, try to keep away from using an impact gun. If you use anything, use a torque wrench. It will allow you to torque them to the proper specifications, know for sure that you got there, you achieved the correct numbers. Also, I find this to be not necessary, but extremely helpful, the socket set. You've heard me talk about these before, that have the vinyl sleeve on them. They make it so nice that you don't have to worry about scratching the wheel when you put the lugs to the correct torque. What should you torque your wheels to? Specifically when they ask us, what should I torque my Koenig wheels to? Well, here's the thing. We have no say in what you need to torque your wheels to. This is something that the OE vehicle manufacturer that made your car specifies right there in the good old manual. You know that book that they put in the glove compartment? Generally, you have a lot of ketchup packets or something stuck to it. That's the place where you can find the information that tells you exactly what to torque the wheel to. That's it. It has nothing to do with us, everything to do with the manufacturer, and a lot of it has to do with the stud yield and how much that stud is supposed to have to create the proper clamping force for the vehicle. If you can, yeah, so if you can't fit the wheel on the car or it won't sit flat against the hub because it's hitting a brake or something like that, don't put it on. Don't even try. Like it's over. Like you lost. And I hate to say it like that, but this is why we put so many videos out before this about knowing what to buy and what to look for before you make a buying decision. It's because when you get to this stage, you generally have already blown it. It's over. So if your wheel doesn't sit perfectly flat to the hub, don't try to clearance the wheel. Don't try to clearance your brake. No grinding. You don't need grinding tools to install wheels. I don't know if anybody told you that. You gotta look for another solution. But what I will tell you is that if the wheel doesn't sit flat in the hub or doesn't sit flat, you know, no good. Don't install it. So that's it. If you have any more questions about wheel installation, throw them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. But for the most part, if you just search our channel, you're gonna find a lot of information that you probably can answer your own question with at this point. Either way, we'll still answer them. Thanks for tuning in. Click the subscribe button. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.